What is your opinion on AI versus live agents and the role? Is AI going to at some point do away with live agents? Or live agents, do they have a role? They're here to stay. How is that dynamic changing?
That's interesting because I think you have people who sit on both sides of the spectrum. So we've read a lot of articles, especially early on last year, about this time of year, that ChatGPT was the end of live agents and it would be able to handle everything. We're a year into this journey now. A lot of what we're seeing is that, first off, ChatGPT is not going to solve the world's problems in terms of self-service. You have to think it through much more, but there will be this evolution of support. Like in the tech world, a lot of support organizations use a tiered model. So you go through level one, who in theory is there to handle all the easy known issues or repetitive things. And then if they can't resolve, they escalate to tier two. And now you start talking to more technical folks. And if they can't resolve, they're going to go to tier three, which sometimes is going to be a sustaining engineering group and things like that. Issues are going to go from one tier to another. You also have the single tier support where there's just one tier, but they work collaboratively through intelligence forming and things like that. Versus the financial world is mostly departmental. So we all know when we call our financial institutions, we hit a department and finally they transfer us to another department and then they transfer us to another department. You might get someone who can actually help. It's a great opportunity for us is bringing all this together, which I talked about all the different repositories that we have. If you have the right technology that's able to identify where the answers reside and where the information, regardless, you might have a bit of a product documentation. You might have a bit of a knowledge article that's relevant to this person's problem. You even have a blog post that might help. And then you generate one answer with that and you can make it conversational. I think that's going to take care of all the easy, repetitive stuff that's documented, which means the impact on level one through time, if you're in a tiered model, is probably going to be significant because what you should see coming into your call center or your support organization is going to be more unknown. So your new versus known ratio is probably going to flip. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. But agents, if you ask me, are here to stay because there will always be bugs. There will always be situations that you're going to want to talk to someone. If I just saw that my credit card was stolen, I don't want to self-serve on that. Yes, I can block it on my app, but I probably want to see if there was fraudulent transactions and I want to talk to someone to make sure that they're going to be deleted from my account. There's some things that you might not necessarily want to self-serve. I do think that the agents are going to stay, but their role is going to evolve because AI is only as good as the information you feed it. We've been talking about garbage in, garbage out for years in terms of data and business intelligence and all of that. When we think about generative AI, the garbage in, garbage out statement takes all its meaning because if I don't have the right documentation, if it's not factual, if it's not up to date, if I can't use the most relevant information for that user and personalized information, I'm just going to generate incorrect information, which is not going to help the customer experience at all. The agents, to me, I think are going to transfer more into knowledge workers and take the things that are coming in and identify the gaps and say, oh, we weren't able to answer this question, but we know the answer. Why is that? Where should the answer reside in terms of documentation so that we can add it so that the next time that a customer asks the question, the information will be there and we'll be able to, which would be self-serve if the person wants to be self-served, of course. I think our business models, our operation models, and the work of the agents is going to transform the next few years because of AI, but I don't think it's going to go away.